Hey, welcome back, my fellow investors. It's me, E.T. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just a self-taught investor who's always looking for ways to increase one's net worth and also financial literacy. Now, let's talk about a video. It's going to be about the the storm that we're currently in. When I say storm, I mean financial storm that we're currently in. Let's take a look at everything. My intentions was to do a video on another subject today. However, after what happened this week, I have to do this one here. We already know that CPI, the last CPI for the month of May was 8.3. All right, the next one is due out around the 16th of July. We'll find out what it is for the month of June. The Fed this week just raised not this week, the last Fed meeting that they had raised rates a quarter of a point. Three quarters of a point, 0.75. Whoa. What does that mean to you and me? That means that we're going to be paying more when it comes to interest. Now, if we have something that's paying us interest, we're going to get paid more. Like your savings account rate should start to go up. But also, there's a lot more talk about recession. I say that we're in a recession watch right now. We'll know for sure, officially, the official word will come out, I believe, on the 28th of July. All right. The second quarter will end the end of this month in June. So about the 28th of July is when we'll find out. Like I've always said, I already know it's going to be a negative GDP, the second one in a row. We're officially in a recession. I already knew we were in a recession. Also, what's going on? The stocks were flirting with crashing. You know, the crash is 20% from the high. Yeah, we are officially in a market that has crashed, the stock market. But not only that, crypto, Bitcoin crash, and it's crashing, still going down. Last I checked, Bitcoin was fell under $19,000. Now I just bought some Bitcoin on Thursday, and at this price here, I'll buy a little more. Not a lot, but I'll buy a little more. And with Bitcoin or any of the cryptos, but especially with Bitcoin, you got to realize that Bitcoin is a tier 1 risk asset. And that basically means that it's going to have massive swings up, massive swings down. Bitcoin's not going anywhere. I am actually looking forward to the lowering prices of Bitcoin because it gives me a buying opportunity. But let me say something about this overall financial storm that we're in right now. And we're just experiencing that. These storms are necessary. It's part of the economic framework. All right. Just like with any storm, whether it's financial, whether it's with weather, anything, it's necessary because it'll give us the opportunity to go through a cleansing process. A cleansing process. That's what we're going through right now. Financially, it's a cleansing process. And hopefully it's a wake-up call for a lot of people who are not managing their money right, are not paying attention to their money. I think one of the key things that we all need to do, especially during times like this, is to start really understanding how the economic and the financial market works. Because guess what, guys? That's our money. That's our money. All right. So I think that these storms are necessary for a cleansing purpose, but it also gives you opportunities that you just normally don't have. Would you rather buy Bitcoin at $60,000 and $70,000 when it was at its high, or would you rather buy Bitcoin at $18,000, $19,000? And of course, you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. You can buy, fractions of Bitcoin. Just like on Thursday, I just $200 in Bitcoin. Probably sometime this weekend, I'll probably put another $200 in Bitcoin. I'm gonna continue the dollar cost average into Bitcoin. At these prices, I got to take advantage of it. This is what I mean by an opportunity for me. I understand a tier 1 risk asset. I have no problems with that because times like this gives me the opportunity to buy into it. And if it continues to go down further and further and further, I will continue to buy a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Bottom line, all it's going to do is drive down my cost basis, increase the number of coins that I have, or fractional coins that I have, on my way to accumulating a whole 1 Bitcoin. All right. Now, what do? I'm going to sound like a broken record, guys. You've heard me say this before, but bottom line, this is the only thing that we can do when we're going through a storm. So it's time to hear this broken record. We need to save. We make sure we got that emergency fund that's so important. But in addition to that, we need to put more money into that savings account. Why? Because right now, during times like this, cash is king. Because when there's opportunity, you got to have that cash in order to jump on those opportunities. So save. You got to start saving more. Continue to invest. I didn't say stop investing, but continue to invest. Probably not as much. If you got a 401k, leave it alone because it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's dollar cost averaging. Fine. But if you're a self-investor, you have and you're self-directed investor when it comes to your, like with me, my Roth IRA and everything else, I'm going to continue to invest. However, I'm not investing, I'm not going all in. I am dollar cost averaging. I'm putting a little bit in every 2 weeks, a little bit in, a little bit in, a little bit in, increasing my savings. So that way, when I really see something that is at a basement bargain price, okay, I can take that money and I can take advantage of it. All right. Got to reduce the liabilities, lower our expenses, lower our spending. Basically, that's what it boils down to. In times like this, we got to lower our spending. Now, I'm going to give you some new information to this broken record. The new information is this here. 2 things. Number 1, don't panic. Don't panic. Don't go out there and start selling some of your stocks. All right. I'm down in a lot of my stocks. I have a lot of good quality stocks. I have a lot of stocks that were that's still paying good dividends. I'm not going to sell them. All right. I had a lot of stocks that I was using to write cover calls in order to generate some income. Basically, what I've done with those, I put them off to the side. They're on the sideline. Consider them injured reserves. I'm going to wait for them to get healthy, and I'm going to put them back into the game. But I also have a few stocks that I can still write cover calls on. Not making as much money as I was a few months ago, but guess what? I'm still making some money. All right? But don't panic. Don't do anything silly. Don't sell your assets. All right? And the second thing you need to do is you need to hunker down. What do you do when you're facing a storm? You don't go outside and continue doing everything that you were doing. You get in the house, you hunker down. That's what we need to be doing during this financial storm. Bottom line, hunker down. Stop spending so much money. Stay around, stay in the house. Find more things to do in the house. Cook versus going out. It's a lot cheaper. Hunker down. That is the key. So, to summarize all of this, guys, you know what? The new part of that broken record summarizes everything. Don't panic. We've got to go through this. This is necessary. It's also going to create advantages for us, opportunities for us. And the only way to take advantage of that, you got to have some cash on the side waiting to take advantage of those opportunities. And also, we've got to hunker down. We have to kind of be a little bit immobile during these time periods because we'll get through it. And when it's over with, just like with everything, even with the market, even with the economic cycles, we go through these periods of recession. What happens after recession? We have expansion. We have growth. And guess what? If you took advantage of the recession and started buying assets, you're going to experience those growth. You can possibly even experience some exponential growth. So that's what we need to do going through this storm here. Guys, if you found some value out of this, make sure that you hit that like, subscribe, notification button. And as always, remember, save, invest, and apply what you know, because knowledge is not power. It's the application of knowledge that's true power. Guys, I'll see you on the next video. Take care.